Hey, what's up? Welcome to my 33rd check-in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I just taught my pop-up class, my Lunar New Year Vinyasa, and I really enjoyed it. I taught it in a way that it's a little different than my regular classes because I really enjoy teaching in this other way, although it's not that different. It's just that for some reason when I create a theme for myself, I allow myself to really tap into the theme itself, and I have naturally more things to say about it versus just taking class. And I'm wondering if that is something that maybe I can work on for myself, right? I mean, it has a little bit to do with the process in which I was talking about the other day about choosing what we teach and when we teach it. Sorry, it feels weird. But to bring that into the everyday, to me, seems like a force. So I haven't been doing that, but I feel as though it might not be such a bad idea. The other thing I'm realizing is that I want to let the class itself sink in. I'm very grateful for everyone who came, but I still want to give myself some time to let it all kind of process my own way. And that being said, I believe everyone enjoyed themselves, the people that were there. If you were one of the people that were there, thank you. I really appreciate it. You should take your crystal that I gave you and put it somewhere important to you, whatever that is. If you don't have an altar, you don't have to have an altar, but that piece is for you and for you alone. I wouldn't recommend giving it away to anybody unless you really, really have to. You will know when that have to be thing happens. It's just not something you randomly do. Outside of that, I think I've said that right a couple of times. I need new things to say. I think that I'm coming out of the void a little bit, although I definitely need to take some action. And since I'm doing these check-ins, I feel like it's okay for me to say that. I know that I've talked about paying more attention to what I'm not doing versus what I am doing, and then I rewound that and I went back to the things that I'm not doing. And this is an important thing for me because it takes a while for the unwinding to happen, and we all are very different and we all have a different way that this is going to happen. None of this is linear. None of these things happen in the same order for anybody. I've definitely been brought back around to things that I've been avoiding, and that's the basics of it. And there's no going forward without doing these few things that I'm allowing myself to trip over. It's almost like I've created more ways to trip over them. You get what I'm saying? Getting more into my personal practice is important to me. And that being said, I'm not talking about my physical practice. I'm talking about my personal practice. I am still thinking about doing some private classes or some small group classes, but I also want to do a bigger workshop thing. I don't feel like I have a good place to do them. I know that kind of irritates some people, but it's just the way it is. I need a place where I can really offer all of the different things that I want to and feel as though the community itself can support that. I get that this is a little bit of a popularity contest, and I mean, most of life is. I guess that's just kind of the way of the game, but how we handle it on our personal self is a big thing to learn. And, I've been in a very competitive world. I mean, I was in the arts in high school. If you think that competitiveness is only in the sports, try art. Oh my God. Give me a break. If you want to figure out how to tell someone, to make someone go home and cry, just try and talk about their artwork, especially especially if you don't know how to critique, which I've noticed that nobody really knows how to critique, but that's been a problem for a really long time. It has to do with the way everyone is being taught the classical arts training. I mean, I don't know if they still do that. Do they still do that? Okay, I'm just going to stop right there. My point is that my rewind and my U-turn have provided me with this view, and I am going to do my best to listen to the instructions that my heart is giving my mind. To listen to the instructions that my heart is giving my mind. They're there. They're there. Listen up. Woo woo woo.